in the ass world, you will still get searched by without probable cause because of the emergencies.
What we're advising for is not that we should continue on with suspicion. What we're advising for is that we're changing it. That's why we're supposed to change it to probable cause, which does not allow.
So you're advocating to change it
in the first place.
So you're advocating to change into something that's something that not only fails to protect rights, which is objective and which is what its objective is in the first place, but also you're creating an unsafe place, which according to your framework is important.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you got confused. I'm not talking about racial suspicion. That's your part.
Okay. Zayd tag out for Brandon. Edmund replace Lyle and keep the crossfire going.
This is gonna be a round. This is gonna be one weird round.
All right. So Lyle just claimed it was actually reasonable suspicion that did all the things that the neg says probable cause does. Edmund, Zayd. I mean, so how are you gonna respond to that?
Say that again.
Okay. So Brandon asked a question you just asked Lyle that he said, no, that's reasonable suspicion you're talking about. You said, but isn't it the case that if we have probable cause, we've already shown that it's going to cause an increase of rights violations because of this rubber stamping and these other factors involved, and that, in fact, there's no additional safety afforded whatsoever, but in exchange, we show real impacts with the drug testing because drug testing has real impacts. We've shown that it reduces actual drug use among actual students. Edmund, respond to that.
I think that's actually what reasonable suspicion is advocating for.
You think reasonable suspicion is advocating for drug tests? We're reasonable suspicion. You guys are probable cause.
Reasonable suspicion is advocating for drug tests.
I know, we're saying it's a good thing because why? We have drugs now. We have fewer drugs, less drugs. But how does it violate bodily integrity rights?
It violates the bodily integrity right because you are having non-consensual needle stabbing.
But doesn't it actually violate no more rights than are already violated in the status quo? And an increase in rights violations from having to get vaccinations? It's the same thing.
The status quo is reasonable suspicion. We are advocating for change.
I know, and I'm saying that we want the status quo because it allows drug testing. And you're saying drug testing is bad. And I'm saying, well, isn't drug testing no more bad than vaccinations?
What are vaccinations?
Vaccinations are when you have to get a shot so you don't get the flu or something, or tuberculosis. They make you take vaccinations so you don't get smallpox and go into school and say, hey, everybody, let me touch you, right? And then you give everybody smallpox. You want to do that? You want to give everybody smallpox?
Do you have statistics on how much that has?
Everybody has to get vaccinated, Edmund. Everybody has to. Been talking about this thing. What's it called again?
Tdap.
Tdap. You had to do it too.
Tdap? Oh, well, we don't want that. No. We are advocating for change.
You weren't paying attention, you bad child. Brandon, you go switch out with Edmund. Edmund, you go sit down. Bad children.
And I also need a card.
Look at these bad children. Go. Make it happen. Be good. Philip, you're going up next. Be ready.
I was
Can I go against Philip?
Alan, you can go against shh. All right, go.
Go against who?
Shh.
Go first, or he goes?
I don't care. One of you two go first.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Oh my God, your failure is shocking. It's consuming my soul.
Like an AT-AT, but I don't know what the question was in the...
The question is about, okay, so I'm going to be his part. Isn't it true that we ought to favor discursive impacts over your post-fiat impacts, ones you're predicting? Because you don't actually predict well, because you're engaged in a sort of linear, structuralist, century-old methodology that so poorly reflects reality that it's just as likely to produce catastrophe it is to produce an apple pie. Isn't that so?
Yeah.
No, Zay, God damn it. Oh, for Christ's sake.